Hello dear students, today we are going to start the next portion of acid, base and salt. In the previous session, we have studied the naturally occurring indicator like turmeric. Okay, so one more example we are going to see in this session also regarding the naturally occurring indicators. So one more example like turmeric, that is a China rose. So the China rose is also having a naturally very beautiful attracting color, that is a red and pink and white color, is it? So this is also called as a natural indicator because by using or by preparing its a solution we can test the solution is acidic or basic. That's why it's known as a natural indicator. The color which it consists, that is act as a very important for identifying the basic and acidic solution. So China rose indicator test, we will see how it's a natural indicator. How can we prepare? See, the China rose is a naturally occurring indicator. Take some petals of China rose. Later what we have to do, we have to be warm it, means we have to just instead of boiling, just on a burner we have to just give some warm up, then we have to keep it for just cool down for a few minutes. Later you can see some colored solution will there, because first one, whichever the water you have taken for boiling or warming it, that was a colorless, but later after some time when you see, it will become a red color solution. Now this is a simply procedure for the preparing the China rose indicator. What we have to do later, suppose you have a one solution and you don't know, you wanted to find it out, it is acidic or basic. So what will the color changes will occur if that will be acidic or the basic by using a natural indicator China rose? See, if it turns acidic, if it turns dark pink color, it indicates that that solution is a acidic solution. If it turns green in color, it means that it indicates the solution is a basic in nature. So this is the China rose indications. So it indicates that if the pink color will be there darker, that means it's acidic solution. If the green color will be there, it means that is the basic solution. So this was about the China rose. How can we naturally find out the solution is basic in nature or the acidic in nature? Like a natural indicator, next is the chemical indicators like a phenolphthalein. So you can see in the image, it's actually the chemical structure of the phenolphthalein. It is a chemical compound and it's very soluble in water, and it also called as a pH. Okay, so this is a solution which normally in the laboratory used for the detecting the acidic or basic solution. We cannot use this solution at home. Okay, next is, it's a phenolphthalein indicator. It's phenolphthalein is mixed with the ethanol solution. So what happens, how can we prepare the phenolphthalein solution for identifying the solution is basic or acidic? What we have to do, so, we have to take at least 0.5 gram of the phenolphthalein powder and we have to mix with the ethanol. So ethanol means what? It's a one chemical, it's also called as alcohol. Okay, so ethanol, how we have to prepare? Ethanol plus the water, the solution we have to prepare, in that we have to mix the 0.5 gram of phenolphthalein powder. So later it has a become a phenolphthalein indicator. So this is the procedure for preparing the phenolphthalein indicator. Later how we have to test to identify it's a basic or the acidic solution? See, if you have put a small few drops of the phenolphthalein indicator in a particular solution and now you wanted to check it, it's a acidic or basic. Suppose the solution will be colorless, it means that that will be a acidic solutions. It means there will be no changes. Next, it turns pink in basic solution. So what happens whenever, if you put some drops of the phenolphthalein indicator in such a solution, when it shows a pink color, it means that the solution is nature is the basic in nature. Actually phenolphthalein is a colorless solution. Okay, so whenever you try to be detect the acidic nature solution, at that time it will be as it is. That's why if the acidic solution will be there, it is a colorless. If it will be a basic, then it turns as a pink color. So this is about the phenolphthalein, which is a chemical compound we mostly use in the laboratories for the detecting the different types of the solution. Next, neutralization. So till now we have seen the definitions of the neutralization, but now we are going to see some examples. So actually the neutralization means it is a one process in which the acid and base react with each other to produce salt, water and heat energy. Is it? So this is the reaction between acid and base. Later, what will be the products will be formed after the neutralization process happens? The salt and water will be produces and energy will get released out. Next, see one example of a reaction which is given for your syllabus. Hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide. When you mix hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, then it gives sodium chloride plus water will be released and heat will also release. So NaCl is a common salt which we use for our preparing the food materials and for normally eating purpose. Is it? So hydrochloric acid and NaOH, all these are the chemicals which are available at the laboratory. Next examples like that one only. H2SO4 means sulfuric acid plus potassium hydroxide. So what happens here? Then the Na2SO4 plus H2O will be released. Then next hydrochloric acid plus potassium hydroxide will be released. Then potassium chloride will be produced and water will release up. Next is the nitric acid. When you mix up with the potassium hydroxide, what happens? The potassium nitrate will be produced and water will be released out. So potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, sulfate, all these are actually the salt form. Okay, so all these are the some different types of the salts which naturally occur, which are chemically made up of. Next, acid, base and salt. So there in life where actually the acid, base and salt will be available, or you can see in daily life. For example, like indigestion. So indigestion when happens whenever the increase in acidity. So in our stomach, suppose you have eaten some oily or the fast food materials. Okay, so at the time on that day you will feel some unfit and some what can we say, some burning sensation will be you feel. Along with that stomach ache, is it uncomfortable, all these thing you can face. So why it happens? Actually whenever the HCl, we know that inside the stomach the hydrochloric acid is present, is it, for the purpose of killing the harmful microorganisms and initiate the pepsin to digest the food material. So pepsin is a one enzyme that helps in the breakdown of the protein molecules, is it? So whenever the HCl level will be increased in our body, it means that we are facing some acidity problem. So next is what will be the solution for it, means a remedy. What can we use? Antacid like tablets. So the tablets which are available in the market, that are actually in the form of a basic form. Okay, so basic in nature. So we know that just to control the acidic problem, we use a basic solution. That's why the antacids are nothing but the against the acid. So base is that tablets are made up of the base nature. So for we use such a types of the medicines. Next is the some tablets like a basic solution of magnesium hydroxide we mostly use. Some syrups also available in the market. Next is ant bite. Some of the ants like a red colored ant, if you have seen, most of they have suffered also. If they will bite our any of the portion of our body, what happens, the redness and swelling will be there and continuous itching. Why? Because the ants consisting in their mouth and their body of an acid that is called as a formic acid. Whenever they used to bite on our body, they release the formic acid inside our skin. Due to that, our skin burns, itching, and the swelling and the redness will be there. So due to their injection or the biting, the formic acid goes inside our skin. Next is, what is the remedy for this and bite? The moist baking soda. What can we do? When you put the moist baking soda on the region wherever the ant has bite, so you will get a relief on it. So you can do at home also by applying the baking soda. Moist means you can just add some water on it also. Next is soil treatment. Soil treatment, extreme acidic or a basic soil adversely. So what happens, see, whenever the organic like manure, okay, for example like manure and the fertilizers level will be increased in our farm or any of the field, okay, that will not be good for the crop yield. That's why always the soil pH should be maintained, means the range of the soil should be in balanced form. It neither should be a acidic or nor a basic. It should be something good type of a quality soil, then only the plants can grow very easily. That's why the extreme acidic or the basic soil adversely affect the plant growth. Suppose organic matter will be more there, so what happens, the acidic solution will be more. If fertilizers will be there more added in the soil, it means the basic condition will be more of that soil. That's why it should not be more acidic, not be basic. Next, so these are the acid base and salts which are in daily life we can usually face, see, is it? So these are some solutions and causes. Next is other like indicators, like natural indicators like chemical indicator. Other indicators are there like olfactory indicators. What is mean by the olfactory indicator? These are the substances whose smell changes whether they are mixed with an acidic or the basic solution. So what happens here, the olfactory means always the word is come for the smelling, okay, smell, the smell which you feel, that is actually a, what can we say, it's a olfactory. This is a one part of our brain, okay, so that's why we normally says that it's a olfactory, it is called as a olfactory. Next is whose smell changes whether they are mixed with an acidic or the basic solution. So see, these are some type of indicators which can we feel a smell whenever it will get mixed up with the acidic or the basic solution. For example like onion, clove oil and vanilla extract. So what happens here, for the example, these are the examples which we see in daily our life. So those are like onions and the coal oil, clove, this is one species spices. Next is a vanilla extract which we used in different purposes for the flavor out. Next is visual indicators. What is this visual indicator? See, the visual indicator are the substances used to show visually, okay, just to see by our eyes the color had changed or not, which are the these type of the indicators. So they changed in colors and the condition of a solution with respect to the presence of a particular material. So how it actually in the nature is it changes the color or not, that can we see by our naked eye. That's why these are called as a visual indicators. By seeing our eyes the changing in colors we can see easily. Next is some common examples are like litmus paper we used to check, is it, at the time we can say see the some changes in the litmus paper that maybe turns into the blue or the red. Next is red cabbage, and another one is a phenolphthalein. Just we have seen the example of chemical indicator, that is a phenolphthalein, which is a colorless, very soluble in nature, and that can changes the color, then only we can say it has changed. That is called as a visual indicators. Next is use and applications. What are the uses and applications? Excessive use of chemical. Excessive use of chemicals, like a, for example, we use to check the soil nature. So we use as a pH meter. So what is the pH now? So see, pH is a measurement how acid or base solution is, means it is in a in which range, means for example pH we in easy wording I can say that it is a one measurement. Okay, there is a some measurement of measuring the acid and basic. Okay, that measurement is ranges in between 0 to 14. Okay, the pH is a measure to how the acidic or basic solution is it. Okay, and that ranges is between 0 to 14. If less than 7 range will be there, it indicates that particular solution is acidic. Okay, some pH like meters will available in the market. Okay, next is if that pH is greater than the 7, it indicates the base. So in such conditions we can normally use the pH meters which available in the market. Next, to check the pH of the soil, what can we do? If the excessive use of chemical fertilizers will be there, it changes the pH of the soil. Just we have seen, is it, that will be a basic will be solution of that soil. Next is plant do not grow well. So at that time what happens, when the soil is either too acidic or the too basic. Just we have seen, due to the excessive acidic or basic like manures or the organic materials or the fertilizers will be there more, then it unable to lead the plant growth. Next is uses of acids and the bases. Which are the acids and the bases which can we use in daily our life? Food preservatives, like in food preservation what type of acid we use? Citric acid, which is we know that which is mostly available in the lemon like fruits, is it. Next is aerated drinks, means the drinks which we use like Coca-Cola and all, is it, that those are get mixed up with the carbonic acids. Next is baking powder, it's a tartaric acid. Next is cooking. For cooking purpose we use acetic acid, that is for example like vinegar. Next is manufacturing of a soaps. For the production of the soaps or preparing of the soaps we use a sodium hydroxide. For manufacturing of a bleaching powder, the calcium hydroxide. So these are the, for the preparing powder soaps we use a basic things, is it, and remaining are the cooking, baking, air-tighted, food preservation we use a acidic solutions or the products for the preservation, air-tighting drinks, baking powders and the cooking purposes. So these are the some examples of the acids and base which we use. So these are mostly used in the large production in the industries and the factories. So this is about our today's session of and the last portion of the acid, base and salt chapter. So in next session we will come up with one more new chapter. Till that, thank you.